really touching. And PAAPA, amongst their loss, the couple are kind of expected to just get on with it, which is something that they struggle to do, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. But, like, I mean, like, I suppose these big things happen in life and we're expected to continue, you know, to keep going to work or to keep, you know, like, showing up for our friends or whatever. But I think what Stefan Golosevsky, the writer, has done so brilliantly is just created a world on screen which is so real and truthful and honest. He doesn't shy away from anything. Which, yeah, just provided a brilliant playground for us to play in.
Yeah. And you're hoping that it will spark more conversations around pregnancy struggles, aren't you?
Look, I kind of think the show is so... obviously, that's one aspect of it, but it covers so many different topics. It looks at family relationships. It looks at how, like, men are together in their friendships. It covers a wide range of topics. And really what I hope is that any audience member is able to take whatever feels right for them from it. But of course, like, anyone who feels alone or feels isolated with any of the subjects that are covered in the show, if they feel seen or represented well in this show, then I think we've done our job.
Yeah, it helps them connect.
So, Siobhan, we have got a few different perspectives in the show, haven't we? It's not just Lisa and Stephen. Who else is kind of in the cast and dealing with, you know, potential parenthood?
Yeah, there's another couple in the show, Dave and Amanda. Dave and Stephen are, like, best mates from school. And I think Stefan does a really brilliant job of kind of portraying friendships, and maybe friendships that aren't in the most healthy of places. Stefan's a genius in looking at communication and how people communicate or struggle or, you know, don't communicate. And Dave's at an interesting point in his life where he's met a new girlfriend, Amanda. And the show also looks at, like, their perspective on parenthood and the journey that they've been on as well as, you know, as well as Lisa and Stephen's. So there's a real kind of broad range kind of covered in the show.
Yeah. And Siobhan, to help you prepare for the role, you spoke to some of your own friends about their personal experiences, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm not a mum myself, and a lot of my friends are. So it was great to be able to draw upon their experiences where they were comfortable enough to share. We have a happy ending in our show. I don't think that's a spoiler, but so I kind of reached out to my pals and I was like, look, I know you've all told me your birth stories, but if you're comfortable and if you're up for it, I'd love to hear the kind of warts and all versions. So I got loads of beautiful voice notes, some videos, some photos from friends of mine. And it was just a really lovely way to kind of connect with my friends and really kind of try to get a grasp of what that is that women go through. Highly recommended for anyone to do it.
It's really interesting, especially for a male as well. I'm fascinated by it because it helps you understand so much more.
Yeah, and I think women often will just say, oh yeah, it's all fine, mum's doing well, baby's doing well, and, you know, they don't want to take up too much space or put that burden on anybody. So it was really nice to, create that space.
An eye-opener. Good to have that research. PAAPA, you're doing another series, Falling, by the brilliant Jack Thorne, who was with us just a few weeks ago, writer of Adolescence, and he was talking about Lord of the Flies. And you play a priest in that. But how do you go about researching something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I play the Catholic priest in this show, and I spent a lot of time with an amazing Anglo-Catholic priest in Cardiff where we shot. And it was great for me because I kind of grew up in church and I've got this idea of like priests and vicars being like very kind of fusty, like buttoned up, like whatever, which is not fair. And like this particular man was just fabulous, wonderful. He had like incredible dress sense. He like wore a barber jacket wherever he went over his cassock. He carried like his tiny dog. I can't remember if it was a Jack Russell or a cockapoo or whatever. He carried that wherever he went. He just had a great vibe, you know. And like hearing him talk about faith and the reason why it's so important to him and it's so important for him to share it, I found fascinating from my perspective.
Yeah. Listen, Siobhan, we have to touch on the fact that you're also filming the Highlander reboot. I just need to know, the question is, will Queen's music be making a return?
I mean, I hope so, because it is so iconic. The soundtrack of the original is just incredible. So yeah, I mean, fingers crossed that it pops up again in ours.
Excellent.
Well, Baby starts tonight at 9 o'clock here on BBC One and iPlayer.
And for details of organisations which offer advice and support